Advanced Excel, and we are still on the cell referencing file under level 1, sheet 1, and we're going to be doing some more exercises on references. So right in front of me, this case, I have some clients, maybe the amount they are willing to spend on our goods, and unique discounts for each of them based on what we've negotiated, the discounts we've negotiated with them. Okay, so how with this, how do I find the amount of discount in dollars? The amount of discount in dollars. So I may want to multiply the amount, pretty straightforward, multiply the amount with the discount percentage, right? And I'm not putting any dollar signs in front of any cell number, and I press enter. Now when I drag down by double clicking here and dragging down, you can double click and drag down, or let me go back, or you could just double click here twice, and it does the same thing. Okay, now as you can see, I have the discount in dollars, and when I look into each of them, as you can see, it multiplies B6 by C6. As I go down, multiplies B7 by C7, multiplies B8 by C8, and it just keeps on going down and down like that, which is what we want. Okay, now let's move to sheet 2. Now we have a similar case, but what's the difference? The difference here is that instead of having unique discount percentages for each client, we have a uniform discount percentage we want to apply on each client. So we like to apply 14,000 by 5%, 13,060 by 5%, 14,680 by 5%, and so on. So how do I do that? So if I try and apply the technique we used in the last sheet, and I go equals to amount multiplied by discount percentage, I press without putting any dollar sign, I press enter, and I decide to drag down. I double click here. Now what happened? We have various errors. And why do we have these various errors? Now if we look into the cells below, we see that although here it multiplies B6 by C3, but as I go down, it multiplies, this 5% shifts and keeps on moving down. So here it multiplies 13,060 by blank, which is why we also have a blank here, which doesn't make sense. And over here it multiplies 14,680 by this piece of text here, discount dollars. And I can't multiply a number by text. That doesn't make sense either. What we want is that we want each of these amounts in dollars to be multiplied by 5%. So let me, okay. And how do we do that? What we need to do now, we would like to lock this cell so that as we drag down, although the amounts will go down step by step, but we don't want the discount of 5% to shift at all. So to do that, I'm going to enter the formula again, multiplied by B6 times. I'm going to enter 5%, but under C3, which represents 5%, I want you to put your icon on it, then press F4 once, so that you have the $2 signs, which means we have locked it to this cell. This is an absolute reference if you remember from the last lesson. So now that we have locked it to this cell and I press enter, if I drag down now and I look into each of the cells below, you can see here it multiplies 13,060 with that same 5%. here it multiplies 14,680 by that same 5%, and so on. And that's exactly what we want. Now, something some people do is that instead of referring to this cell with the 5%, instead of referring to this cell with the 5%, they just go ahead, enter 14,000, and they multiply it by, they actually type in 5%, okay, and they press enter. And when you drag down, although it gives you the same correct answer, 13,060 by 5%, 14,680 by 5%, and so on. It gives you the same answer, the same correct answer. But what happens if, okay, fine, I'm no longer interested in seeing a 5% discount. I now want to see a 65% discount. If I enter 65, my values still don't change. That's still based on 5%. So I'm going to go back, and let's go back to our reference, and here we refer to the 5%, but this time we lock it, okay, and press enter, autofill, double click. And if I change this cell based on whatever percent of discount I want to see, my answers change and they reflect this new discount percentage. Let me change it again, 25. My answers change again. So this is why it's better to do it this way and lock this cell right here. Okay, so that's the first exercise we're going to do on cell referencing. I'll see you in the next lesson for another exercise. Thank you for listening. Once again, I'd like to hear back from you. I'd like to hear your comments and any questions you have. You can comment in the comment section, or send me an email, or send me a message on WhatsApp. Thank you very much for listening.